One of the rocks and most steady Cowboys defensive players speaks up about his season, how unique the coverage scheme was, and why that opens up a bigger coaching conversation that's being trumped by the head coach uncertainty. Speaking of which, the head coach decision may have been sped up, but no thanks to the Cowboys. Next. Jourdan Lewis shared his thoughts on the Cowboys coverage scheme, praising its design and effectiveness, and he believes the defensive strategies implemented by the coaching staff are among the most unique in the league. And he's not wrong. It's one of the strengths that Zimmer brings to a defense no matter where he's been as a coordinator. The scheme shift helped propel J. Lou to one of his best seasons as a Cowboy, and now he hits free agency on a high note where Dallas will likely have to compete for his services a lot harder than they did the last time he was a free agent. And Lewis stated he wants to return to Dallas, but he and his agent will see things through once that time comes.
I can, speak with my agent, but if a team wants me, a team wants me. They don't. All I can do is train and, be ready for the next season and see where I land, and hopefully they could be here.
But Lewis' praise of the defense actually highlights a potential concern surrounding the coordinator position, which is in flux right now with Zimmer's uncertain return. It took some time, but once Zimmer fully started doing things his way, it started to show on the field.
I wish that when I came in that I would have done everything the way I wanted it done.
But if he decides to step away, the team will need to consider new directions. Potential candidates could include internal promotions like Al Harris or Paul Gunther, or external hires like Robert Saleh. But this coaching decision is just as crucial as the other one. A new coordinator might implement a different scheme or emphasize various aspects of the defense, which could reshape player roles and overall performance, something that we've highlighted here on the show and something that the Cowboys do a lot. They've rotated defensive coordinators and defensive philosophies so many times over the last decade plus. A new DC would mark the 8th different one since 2011, and possibly another ideal shift directly impacting personnel. And if you look at some of the most consistent defenses in that time period, not many have shifted their coordinators this many times, but most importantly, they haven't shifted philosophies. I feel like the Dallas brass from the top down need to get a hold of a defensive identity and stick with it, period. Now, while one Mike is debating his return to coaching, the other Mike could swipe left on the Cowboys. Recently, Mike McCarthy received an interview request from the Chicago Bears, which is raising questions about his future here with the Cowboys. Now, this could signal a pivotal moment for McCarthy, especially if he considers the opportunities elsewhere. However, the timing of the interview request is noteworthy. I don't think the details of Mike McCarthy's contract expiration date being reported was by accident. Dallas intends or intended to drag this thing out for headlines and to maintain some leverage in negotiations. The longer they have exclusivity, the less chances Mike has to interview with teams in the next week. But with reports surfacing that Mike has interest elsewhere and now a formal request, Jerry could be forced to come to a decision much sooner rather than later, or at the very least speed up the negotiations on Mike's contract. We'll know more in the coming days, and I'll make sure to keep you guys locked in as long as you keep it locked here. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and unleash your thoughts in the comment section. Until next time.